Imagine this. You open your phone and instead of a clean, organized home screen, you're greeted by a chaotic grid. Pages and pages of apps. A food delivery app here, a notes app there, a separate app for PDFs, another for scanning documents, one for listening to background noise, and a calculator you haven't used in months. It's digital clutter at its finest. Each one demands an update, each one takes up precious storage, and each one vies for a sliver of your attention. But what if I told you that this entire ecosystem of single-use apps, this digital sprawl, could be consolidated into one single powerful tab in your browser? What if one website could systematically replace 5 of the most common apps on your phone, freeing up space, simplifying your workflow, and fundamentally changing how you interact with your device? Stick with me, because today we are diving deep into a single website that has effectively deleted 5 separate apps from my phone. We're not just talking about a nifty tool. We're talking about a complete productivity platform that handles tasks you probably thought required dedicated applications. By the end of this video, you will see your web browser not as a gateway to the internet, but as a powerful application launcher, saving you from app overload and making your digital life incredibly streamlined. We will break down exactly which 5 app categories this site replaces, the one surprising limitation you absolutely need to know about, and how this one discovery can lead you to a whole new philosophy of minimalistic, powerful computing. Let's start by setting the stage. The website we're talking about is called Canva. Now, I can already hear the thoughts, Canva? The simple graphic design tool? And that's exactly what most people think. They see it as a place to make quick social media graphics or a presentation, but that limited view is what prevents you from seeing its true app-shattering potential. Canva has quietly evolved into a full-fledged digital Swiss Army knife, and the first app it replaces is one you almost certainly have, your dedicated PDF editor. How many times have you needed to quickly sign a document, merge 2 PDFs, or compress a file to send over email? Most people download a specific PDF app, often with a subscription, to handle this. But within Canva, there is a full-featured PDF toolkit completely free. You can upload a PDF, drag and drop to reorder pages, delete pages you don't need, and then export it all as a new, clean PDF. You can add text, shapes, and even your signature. But the real game changer is the ability to use their massive library of templates to turn a boring PDF into a stunning, visually engaging report or proposal. So you're not just editing, you're elevating. You've just replaced a single function PDF app with a tool that gives you professional-grade design power over your documents. Now, let's move from documents to visuals. The second and third apps this one site replaces are your dedicated photo editor and your background remover. Think about the last time you took a screenshot and needed to annotate it. You probably opened a photo editor to add arrows and text. Or perhaps you needed a clean, white background image for a marketplace listing and fumbled with a separate background eraser app. Canva's built-in photo editor is more than capable of handling both these tasks with stunning precision. You can upload any image and use their Effects tab to find the Background Remover tool. With one click, it intelligently detects the subject and removes the background, often with better accuracy than many dedicated mobile apps. Then you can use the element search bar to find arrows, circles, and text boxes to annotate directly onto the image. You are seamlessly moving from background removal to professional annotation in one workflow, without ever switching apps or even closing the tab. You've just consolidated 2 more app icons into one powerful tab. But the consolidation doesn't stop with static images. The 4th app category that gets completely replaced is your basic video editor. We're not talking about producing a feature film, but for the vast majority of quick, social media-ready clips, Canva's more than enough. You can trim clips, splice them together, add music directly from its extensive copyright-free audio library, and overlay text and stickers. Imagine you have 3 short video clips from an event. Instead of importing them into a separate video editing app, you can drag them all into a Canva project, arrange them on the timeline, add smooth transitions, and drop in a music track all within the same interface you just used to edit your PDF and remove a photo background. You've eliminated the need for a separate, often complex video editing app for your quick projects. The power is in the unification of all these media types under one roof. Now, you might be thinking, okay, that's 4 apps, a PDF editor, a photo editor, a background remover, and a simple video editor. What's the 5th one? This is where it gets truly interesting. The 5th app this replaces is your presentation software. For millions, Google Slides or Microsoft PowerPoint are the go-tos, but Canva's presentation mode isn't just an alternative, it's a massive upgrade. It offers thousands of animated templates, the ability to embed videos directly from their stock library or your own uploads, and presenter notes that appear on your screen but not the audience's. The real magic, however, is that you can design a slide and then instantly turn it into a social media post, a poster, or a document using the exact same design elements. This fluidity between formats is something dedicated presentation apps simply cannot do. You've just replaced your presentation app with a dynamic design engine. But, and this is the critical limitation I mentioned earlier, there is one caveat to this entire app replacement philosophy: offline access. A website requires an internet connection, so if you're on a plane or in a dead zone, you can't access your work. This is the single trade-off. But for the vast majority of scenarios where we have connectivity, the convenience and power of having one unified platform far outweighs this limitation for most users. It forces you into a cloud-native workflow where your work is automatically saved and accessible from any device, which in itself is a huge productivity boost. This whole concept of using a single, powerful web tool to replace multiple applications builds directly on a philosophy we explored in a previous deep dive, where we uncovered how to use your browser to run full desktop operating systems. It's all about leveraging the web for maximum power with minimal local clutter. If you think consolidating 5 apps into one website is impressive, the idea of running an entire computer inside a browser tab will truly redefine what you think is possible. So take a look at your phone's home screen. Find those single-use apps, the PDF tool, the basic photo editor, the background remover. Imagine closing them, uninstalling them, and reclaiming that space and mental energy. You now have the key to a cleaner, more powerful, and more creative digital life, all waiting for you in a single browser tab. I'm always amazed at what this community creates once they remove the friction and clutter from their workflow. I have a feeling the designs you're about to create will be incredible.